What's going on, everyone? So for this video, we're going to cover news on 3 games. The first one is Marathong, second one is HighGuard, and the third one is the BloodBorne Remake that never happened, but almost did. So Marathong has the server slam. It's like a demo test run for the game's performance, the player feedback, and how the servers handle all those players. It's basically a free demo you can try for the weekend, but it did start on a Thursday, so it's been around 24 hours and the player base already dropped by half. Most of the responses I've read on social media are negative, that people don't like it, but mind you, there's a few people that do enjoy the game. That's fine. But the majority just don't like how this game is. It's not the issue about performance, but it's more about the lack of action. Some people are complaining about the AI bots being too strong, but overall the gameplay is like very boring, it's bland, there's not much action pretty much. When there is some action, it's kind of fun. That's like the overall reaction I'm getting from this game. So this game was made by Bungie. Yeah, the same ones who brought us Halo and also Destiny, but this one is just totally weird. It's really odd. For myself, I don't like the whole blocky Lego kind of design. It's not for me.
If we keep dogging on new games, okay, what you're gonna have until you are 90 is Call of Duty 56, Halo 72. Okay, that's what you're gonna get. If you know what I'm talking about, everybody's like, "Oh, dude, it's the same game every year." Then don't shit on it day one when they try something new. Even if you don't like it, shut up! Shut the hell up! Let them work, let them cook! Let them cook or you're gonna get Call of Duty 96! I'm not living with Call of Duty 96!
So what he's saying here is don't put a game down on day one of release when they try something new. But the thing is, they did try something new, but people don't like it, okay? They just don't. That's the way it is.
This game is out.
Behind you. 2 more.
I can't see. These guys all look the same. They look like the AI we just fought.
You know what's weird about this also is that when your character is like pretty much done or like out, they show footage of this moth. What was the point of putting a moth there? It's so weird. It's so out of place. Like, I don't know. Can you imagine the dev team having a meeting and saying, okay guys, when your character is pretty much game over, what should we show on the screen? Should we show their stats, a game over screen, or show a picture or a video of a moth? So strange, eh?
All right, well, boys, I gotta be honest with you, man. This is hands down one of the most complex, like, menus I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. I have no idea where I'm at, what I'm looking at. Like, I mean, I'm getting it, I'm starting to get it, but like, yeah, there's like a million menus.
I did have similar experiences with other games I've tried in the past, and I felt the same way. I felt like some games have way too many sub-menus. You're just confused and overwhelmed. But I think the main issue with this game is it's not fun.
Yeah. Dude. This shit's fucking horrible.
2 more games and I'm on arc.
Guys, please, for the love of God, can you guys release games that look like you actually work on it?
It's really stupid.
Can you release a game that it looks like you even go through the main menu to play it? Hey, there's no way!
Okay, how does the game feel? Movement's nice. Gunplay's nice. The Roblox, you know, everybody's like a box. I know I kind of look like that. I'm a little boxy myself. That I don't love. We're really only catching like a fight or 2 fights a match. Don't love that. Gonna need a little bit more. The fights are pretty fun.
So because the game is free to try for this Server Slam weekend event, I feel like the player base is going to drop a lot by the time you have to pay for it, because I feel like maybe, you know, I just don't see this game, you know, picking up. I feel like it's not going to last. Like Concord, HighGuard, Redfall, remember that game? Yeah. Now let's move on to HighGuard. So after 1 month of release, this game has gone down to around 400 players, from 97,000. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And they had layoffs also a while ago, and things are getting worse because recent news shows that there's more problems for HighGuard. So this new report says that Tencent pulled funding after HighGuard's rough launch. While not confirmed, it is believed that financing was contingent upon the game hitting certain metrics such as a strong retention rate, which did not happen. The game just kind of fell apart and the player base just dropped. This new report from Bloomberg's Jason Schreier notes that fewer than 20 people remain at Wildlight Entertainment. The organization had announced a major restructuring in the wake of HighGuard's rough launch. Yeah, this game had a pretty bad start after the first 2 weeks. It got worse and worse. Now, funding was pulled, there's only 20 employees left, and it also did not help how some employees of this game responded to the backlash to people online. It just was not a game that people wanted to play. It just wasn't for them. The funny thing is also that streamers that were actually saying, oh, I like this game, it's so fun, like a couple of days later, they don't play HighGuard anymore. They're back to Marvel Rivals or whatever game they played before. Now the HighGuard devs are saying the reason this game is failing is not because it's a bad game. No, it's because of our leadership issues. Several team members used the word hubris when asked about what went wrong with the launch. There was a belief that the company's leadership felt they could recapture the success of Apex Legends, a title they worked on previously without recognizing the changing landscape of gaming. So now we know that Tencent was funding HighGuard, and I guess it just didn't work out and they pulled funding, and it's only a matter of time until it's all over. It's gonna happen. And the last topic for this video is about Bluepoint Studios. Now, 8 days ago, we found out that PlayStation shut down this studio. According to a previous report by Bloomberg, Bluepoint was working on a live service God of War game up until January of 2025, when the project was cancelled. The studio then spent last year pitching new projects, but ultimately was shuttered before it could get one moving. Before Bluepoint Studios was shut down, they did pitch the idea of a BloodBorne remake, and PlayStation said the numbers look right. However, one team said no, and this never happened. And guess who said that? The reason this never happened is because From Software said they don't want it to happen. They are the ones who made BloodBorne a long time ago. This makes zero sense why they would say that, because this studio here has a history of making good remasters or remakes of older games like Demon's Souls, Shadow of the Colossus, Uncharted, Metal Gear Solid, God of War, and so on. I mean, they wanted to do it. PlayStation said the numbers look good, but at the very end, it's because From Software said no. That's why this never happened. I think maybe one reason why they said no to this project is they might be working on their own BloodBorne remake behind the scenes, secretly. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Put your comments down below, and I'll see you later.